To the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Niners
take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 3. Throwing is Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing now is Geno. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here's Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Hey, here we go,
Geno's going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action, now Purdy. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Aiyuk. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Moody good with the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They snap it to Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Now Smith. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's got daylight. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Back to Walker on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Geno now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To the right side, this is Walker. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 29, here's second and 2. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Play action. It's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. The time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Smith looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left.
Alert! Alert! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Check! Panther!
Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
There we go, throw it! There we go, throw it!
Here's Smith. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.